Hey guys, here's 5 tips on how to recondition your mind, or quote, rewire and reprogram your mind to think with positivity and motivation so you can live a life that feels free and vibrant. And guys, all 5 tips are super important, so be sure to watch the entire video so you can get the most value out of it, all right? Now, this video is especially for you if you're healing from a traumatic childhood or have lived a lifelong pattern of thinking negatively and disempowering yourself, and you want to break through that pattern that has controlled your life. Now, in order to break the thought pattern of negativity and essentially, quote, rewire your mind to think positively, the most important thing you must understand is your thoughts are a muscle. And the more that muscle is used, the stronger that muscle is going to get. So if you've spent a lifetime of negative thinking, negativity is going to be the easiest and most natural thought for your mind to produce. Negativity will be the first place your mind goes to because it's been conditioned for years and years to do that, all right? So the general rule is, repeating something over and over again will strengthen something until it becomes second nature to you and feels comfortable. And this rule works for both negative and positive thoughts. You can use the same method of conditioning to reverse your pattern of negative thoughts into positivity over time with consistency. But here's what I think is the greatest challenge in breaking the thought pattern and reprogramming your mind. The greatest challenge is that you believe the negative thoughts, right? Whatever those thoughts may be. You're not good enough, you're ugly, no one likes you, etc. They feel so real and so true that you believe them, right? And so this leads me to tip number 1. Tip number 1, disassociation. Even though that negative thought feels real, you have to acknowledge that that thought is simply the result of the negativity muscle doing its job really, really well. It's doing what it was trained and conditioned to do, to create and dish out negativity. So even though that negative thought feels overwhelming and real, you must disassociate that thought as real, as truth, and remind yourself that it feels real because it's been conditioned to feel real. So when a negative thought starts to shout at you, say to yourself, I know you're doing what I trained you to do. Thanks, but I don't need you. I will choose what I want to think and feel, all right? And tip number 2, dig deep and stay committed. So you've built this powerful muscle to produce negative thoughts, right? Now start building the muscle that produces positive thoughts and positive beliefs. And I'll tell you how to do that later in this video. So start building the thoughts that encourages, cheers, and believes in you. The one that thinks you are amazing and deserves good things, good moments, and good people in your life. And as you're building this muscle, keep in mind that because it's still an itty bitty baby muscle that still hasn't fully developed yet, you're going to feel the big muscle of negativity try to bully it. And it's going to try to knock down every little positive thought you're trying to keep. So just remind yourself that you're going to experience a power struggle between the 2 muscles as you're working to grow and strengthen your positivity, all right? But stay committed. Oh my God, stay committed to the work and be aware that there will be an inner struggle to resort back to the negativity as quick as you can, to what feels comfortable as quick as you can, but don't allow it. When it gets hard, dig deep and hold tight onto the why of why you want to transform your life. And then apply tip number 3. Tip number 3, I think, therefore I am. This is your new motto in life. It's a quote from Rene Descartes. I think I pronounced that correctly. I'm sure you've heard of it. And it's honestly the most truthful and most effective quote you can apply in your life to transform your life. Guys, both negative thoughts and positive thoughts live inside of you, and both are very alive. But it's your choice to choose which thought you're going to feed and grow, because what you think becomes your reality. Thoughts and words truly have the power to transform. Guys, I made an entire video on the power of words and the power of thoughts. You can watch it right here. It's really good. So now if you're thinking, but Bora, I think therefore I am. I get it. It sounds nice, but I just don't believe that just because I think something, I am that thought. Laura, I don't think you understand how overwhelming my negative thoughts are. It's not that easy for me. You know what? I totally understand how you feel. I have been there myself. And yeah, the truth is that quote, it's a really big elephant to eat all at once. So this is how you apply that quote into your life that's realistic and manageable to do. All right. But before I explain how to take small bites of an elephant, there's one thing you need to understand so that technique I'll be explaining makes sense. So first, understand that when we have a thought, even if that thought was for a split second, that means it existed in our consciousness. And a thought is a desire. And so that desire is real. And because it is real, that means we are capable of producing that reality. Guys, we cannot bring into reality what we cannot think, right? Now, if you feel that your negativity is too strong, so you can't even think of one positive thing, then start practicing the act of speaking intentionally with words. Guys, words are representation of thoughts. So if you can't think it, produce thought with intentional words, because through that medium, you are creating and putting into existence reality, truth, genuine thought. Because when you speak words, you are also simultaneously thinking it at the same time, which means that you've created perfect alignment of thought into existence when you do that. So when you do that, what you're actually doing is you're actually manufacturing the frequency of I think, therefore I am. All right? Now, this is how you take small bites of the quote, I think, therefore I am. The key is when you have a thought, a split second of a positive thought, you have to claim that it exists in you. And you need to grab that split second thought and run with it. What I mean by run with it is you have to intentionally force yourself to feel that thought as true. And you have to force yourself to act out and be that thought, even if it doesn't feel natural. I know what you might be thinking, Laura. So you're telling me to put on an act of being happy, being positive? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Guys, you're building a muscle. You're not conditioned to feel positive and happy on a normal basis. So you have to train yourself the mechanics of what that feeling is, right? You have to train your body to know how to behave when it's happy. You have to train your mind to know how to be happy. And it is going to feel like acting in the beginning because your body isn't used to that feeling. So it is going to feel very unnatural and very uncomfortable. But here's where the difference is between acting temporarily to train a muscle to create transformation versus acting to cover up and mask depression, sadness, negativity, etc. And that difference is intention. Your intention and purpose for why you're doing something is all the matter in the world. So here's two examples, okay? Example number one, let's say I'm feeling super depressed. I'm watching TV and I feel no energy or drive to do anything. I'm feeling really unhappy, right? My overwhelming feeling is fatigue and depression, but I want to feel happy. That right there is my split second thought, my inspiration. The simple fact that I thought the thought of wanting to be happy makes it true and exist inside of me. So then I'm going to take that thought, claim it as I am in the I think, therefore I am quote. And then finally, I will give myself what I believe I am, happy. And immediately I'm going to start acting out, being happy, exercising and conditioning myself to feel, to be happy. All right, example number two. Let's say I'm at a party and there's a big group of people. I feel really odd, like everyone's staring at me, like there's something strange about me. Okay, I feel uncomfortable. And I think to myself, are people staring at me? Why do I always have to be so paranoid? I wish I could just feel happy and enjoy myself. So at that point, I would focus my energy on the most positive portion of my thought, which is, I wish I could feel happy and enjoy myself. But because I'm not feeling all that confident with my thought process in that moment and can't rely on my thoughts to pull me through, I would use the power of intentional words to bring a thought that's extremely positive into the present I am moment. So I would say something like, I am beautiful. And even if something is strange about me, I am me and I am unique. I am worthy of these people and these people are worthy of me. I am enjoying myself. And because my words spoke this thought, I am now in the reality of I think, therefore I am. Then I claim that statement and then again run with it and act out enjoying myself with confidence in who I am, exercising and conditioning and growing that positivity muscle. I know what you're thinking. Whoa, Bora, this all sounds too complicated. It's too much acting. Well, guys, again, you are building a new muscle. Again, feeling positive isn't going to feel natural when you've been so comfortable feeling negative your entire life. Training is never comfortable until it does become comfortable, right? And guys, I'm going to be straight up with you. In order to have total transformation in your life, you've got to desperately want it like oxygen. And you've got to let go of all the excuses, reasoning, self-victimization, and distractions. You've got to enter healing with desperate desire, commitment, consistency, faith, and trust, even if the steps don't make sense and you can't see the path. You've got to enter with a non-negotiable swim mentality that you are going to swim for as long as it takes and as hard as it gets till you land on shore. When you enter the healing journey with all those elements, that's when you'll get transformation. All right? Tip number 4, superlatives. Okay, so when you're acting out positivity, do it as a superlative, meaning do it at the highest degree. Kind of overdo the action, okay? Look, I know all of this sounds strange and you're probably thinking, oh my God, Bora, everything you're mentioning is going to make me look like a crazy person. But guys, I truly believe in what I'm talking about. I live a very whole, happy, and peaceful life. And I've done so for the past 20 years because I was able to heal myself doing exactly what I'm sharing with you guys. I had no therapy. I did it alone. I allowed my intuition to guide me. That's it. And I did it alone in a fairly short amount of time because I relentlessly put in the work. Guys, I have absolute conviction in what I'm talking about. Now, will my method work for you? Maybe, maybe not. Everyone's journey is unique. But I share my story and methods with transparency in the hopes that maybe my story might resonate with someone and help someone in their journey, all right? So guys, honestly, everything I talk about in every single one of my videos, it really is based on my own insight and my firsthand experience, okay? All right? So practice the superlatives of being excited, happy, or whatever positive emotion you want to feel, because think about working out at the gym, right? So the heavier weights you work out with over time, the bigger your muscles get, right? It's the same exact concept. The bigger emotional superlative you can exercise, the bigger that positivity muscle is going to get. Remember, guys, you are conditioning and training your thought muscle. And as that muscle gets stronger over time, accessing happiness and positivity will become quicker, easier. And that's when the superlative will naturally ease off and you won't need to train in that manner anymore, okay? All right, so final tip number 5, consistency. Practice the I think, therefore I am mindset consistently, all throughout your day, every single day. And same thing, practice your superlatives all throughout the day, every single day. Build that muscle. And guys, I'm not going to lie to you. There are going to be days that are super, super tough. Doing this is not going to be easy. And there are going to be times when you're going to be physically exhausted from all the inner work you're doing. Guys, personally, I took lots of naps while I did this work. Not to escape from the work, but because I did the work so deeply that I was exhausted and needed rest so I can start over again after I woke up. Guys, when I say put in the work, I mean I really put in the work. I was like, I'm going to reprogram every little ounce of my life, from how I taste and experience food to how I put on a sock and how to say hello to people. There was, guys, no area of my day, my life, that I didn't reprogram to think mindfully and positively. So yeah, if you truly put in the work, it can be exhausting. Inner work is going to be hard. It literally is a workout building a muscle. But I promise you guys, if you remain consistent and do the work with intention and not cut corners, that muscle will grow until, again, it gets to a point where you can access intentional happiness and positivity on a regular basis and access it easier and easily. It will truly become second nature, and positivity will become a huge organic part of yourself that feels vibrant and natural. Now, this doesn't mean life is forever going to be easy peasy and it's always consistently going to be easy to access happiness, right? There will be days where you'll need to go back to the basics and force yourself to practice the I think, therefore I am principle. But at that point, you'll have the conditioning and skill so deeply rooted inside of you that you'll know how to force yourself to where you need to be and why you must force yourself to get to where you need to be. Does that make sense? And by that point, you'll have grown the muscle where, again, you'll know how to flex and use it as confidently as you want. Okay? So guys, be relentless in this exercise. Do not cut corners. Do not give yourself an easy out. Because the reality, the ability to access and manage positivity and happiness will be one of your greatest gifts in life. Because life will throw punches till the day you die, right? But if you can manage your thoughts and emotions with intention and shift reality with the power of intentional thought and words, you will be able to harness power and peace through all life challenges and live a life of peace, clarity, and happiness. All right? That's it, guys. If you found value in this video, I ask you to take 2 seconds to like the video and comment below. That helps my channel's algorithm, which helps YouTube share this with more people who may need to hear this, okay? Also hit subscribe so you don't miss more videos just like this. I help women create a life of clarity, peace, and happiness by embracing authenticity, self-acceptance, and self-love, and harnessing power through life challenges. I also give dating and relationship tips influenced by feminine energy. I help the boss babes and Miss Independents get back in touch with their feminine energy and transform their dating life and love life. And check out these videos here. These 2 are great and go perfectly with today's video. All right. Thanks so much, guys. I will see you next Friday, sometimes a Saturday. Bye.